practice what you want to pursue, if you don't even practice it, you're not going to become a professional. You're not going to be a master at it. You've probably heard it that it takes like 10,000 hours to be a master or a pro at some sort of practice. Just one practice, it takes 10,000 hours. So now is not the time to be lazy. Now is the time to lock in and make your passion, your dream come to reality, come to fruition, make it happen. And, it's exciting. It is so exciting to get started. And now just because you start doesn't mean you have to show everyone as soon as you start this practice, this pursuit, because a lot of the time when you first start, you're trying to find out who you are, and like obviously as you're going throughout, you're still changing and growing, but when you first start, you really have no idea, and you're just kind of leaping into it, which is beautiful. And and that is the time where you don't have to show everyone. That is something for you, and it could just be for you only. You're figuring out how to navigate through that passion, that pursuit, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be very frustrating probably, and very challenging, but look at it in a positive sense. Like, you're doing what you want to do and you're pursuing it, and nothing ever starts perfect, and nothing can be perfect. You're not going to be great at something immediately. You might have some talent here and there, some skills that maybe you watched or seen, but it's never going to be exactly how you envisioned when you first start. And I think that's a great reminder for me. Is like, yes, I've technically gone past that first starting stage, but I'm still growing every day and still open to learn. Like, never think you know everything, because then you will lose. You always have to be open to learn. Learning is amazing, especially, and it's low-key kind of fun. And I said that in a past video, because when you're learning about something you want to pursue, want to learn about, like, you enjoy it. A lot of the time, at least for me in school, it's like, I don't care about this thing. Like today in social class, we watched this 2-part series on communism, like an hour and a half of just blah blah blah. Like, respectfully, I could care less about this social, dude. I could care less. Like, that's for other people and older people to worry about, bro. For me, like, I'm not trying to worry about that. I'm trying to worry about me and my future right now. And my future is not trying to become a prime minister or a president or whatever, dude. Worry about you. Worry about just starting and practice. Keep trying, keep creating. Ask the universe to help you create quality in your work, and ask them to even help you do any task throughout the day, especially with your passion, because it will help you. They will help you. The universe will help you. Your higher power will help you. And it's crazy sometimes. Like, I'll be writing and I just ask for some help, and it's like immediately all the words in my head just like fall out like beautifully, and it's like, how did that even happen? Like, yeah, it's crazy. So I think you just be open. Always be open, but also be aware. Look out for vibes and trust your intuition, because sometimes what you might think looks pretty at first, that thing inside you saying no. And sometimes you have to say no to things, and that's okay. It's okay to say no. It is okay to say no. And you are technically controlling your life, right? Now, obviously, you can get help from the universe and people around you, but you're controlling your life. And you don't have to do everything everyone asks you to do or tells you to do. You can say no. You can say no to certain opportunities that might actually not be for you. Okay? That's okay. And I think it's just a main point that I need to say is just be open to practicing. Be open to practicing. Because if you feel closed off and feel like it's such a monstrous task to even practice what you want to do, like, I don't know if it's going to work out. Now, obviously, not every time you're going to be wanting to practice. And, that's where your persistence and your determination, your discipline comes in. Like, just be open. Be ready to practice. Be ready to pursue what you want, because that's your desire, dude. And at least for me, like, sometimes you get frustrated, and, there's some, you got to move past some blocks and everything, right? A lot of problem solving, which is low-key fun when it turns out great. And so, yeah, I think just be open, be ready to create, be ready, open to create. And, you know, the happiness that you will feel is just moving. Like, it's, I don't even know how to explain it, but like, yes, the end product is so good. But even while you're creating, like, getting past and problem solving throughout, like, that's so fun. That's exciting right there. And like, that's the majority of what practicing is just moving past those first blocks and just keep on winning, you know, keep on pursuing what you want, you know, problem solving. And that's really fun. So I think don't fear starting and don't fear practicing what you want, because no one else has to see it or hear it or whatever. It can just be for you, especially when you're just starting. You know, that is very vulnerable because you're not sure if you want to let yourself out, right? So just create, just start, and let it be your own thing for now. Not everyone has to look at it, not everyone has to see. Just for right now, let it be yours. And it will always be yours, but for right now, it is just yours. And create, practice, work on your skills, learn, be open to the universe and everything. Practice, 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 dude. You know, if you played sports, you probably heard that a million times. And I think that's a great thing that, you know, I learned growing up with all the sports is like, you got to practice, put in the work, and, you know, results will show. So move along with that, with your creative passion and your future. Keep on practicing every day. One day you might have an idea. Another day you might actually do the work. As long as each day you're putting an effort to even try and get an idea out, that's great. And obviously nothing's going to happen until you do some action. So practice is your action. So let's go. Keep practicing. Keep moving. Just start. Especially at the very start, like, it's just for you. Let it be just for you for now. Art is your journal. Not everyone has to see it yet. Love doing your passion, bro. If it's your passion, you should love doing it. So enjoy it. It's not a monstrous task to get started. It's just for you for now. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.